Hey, good morning again. This is Clint Baker from Hillbilly Hippie Honeybees, and out here on this early morning to check this colony of bees that we did in the cutout a few days ago. And we did let them set for 36 hours to 48 hours to make sure that there is no queen in it, and that's what we're going to check today. We want to make sure that queen was dead, and if that is the case, we had that little tiger striped queen in the orange nuke right there that is a small little colony anyway, and we were trying to figure out what to do to get it through the winter. And so guess what, if this one is queenless, then that's a very good option, because there was quite a few bees in here and quite a lot of brood getting ready to hatch. So this is part of problem solving as a beekeeper. It's not always going to be, great. You're going to have issues. You're going to have queens that die just for whatever reason. You're going to get in them and screw them up. We've done it before ourselves. So that's why it's good to always have a queen bank ready, set up. Of course, this late in the year, we don't have a queen bank. Everything's been distributed, if you will. And then, so what happens if we get in here and there's a queen? What happens if she was just stunned? Well, then guess what? We're going to leave that nuke box here, and then the next time we come out to switch all this equipment over into new equipment, we'll just put them in some new equipment too and set them on top on a double screen board and carry them through the winter that way. So we'll try to anyway. So anyway, let's get with it. All right, so there is no signs of the queen, but there is signs that they are queenless, because they are already starting to build cups in there, and she's not in there. So I am going to go ahead, and there's a lot of different ways that you can combine. You can use a newspaper method. You can use, put her in a cage, put her in there, and then let them reacclimate and then come back out. Honestly, with everything that's going on right now, we don't have the time to come back out here in the next few days. So what I'm going to do, and what David and I discussed we're going to do, is I'm going to spray her down with a mixture of sugar water, or spray both colonies down. And like we've heard in the past, by the time they get done cleaning each other up, they will all be sisters. So, and if you all listen, one of the wisest beekeepers that we know, you'll know where that came from. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this one prepped, and I'll pull 5 frames out of here that doesn't have anything in them, and just implement those 5 in here, because that'll work out very well, I believe. So, sometimes as beekeepers, we think we've screwed up, but you got to think, God is the one. We're just, these are his bees. As my wife tells me that all the time. And we are just taking care of them. And sometimes we screw up or something happens, but he's always got a plan once we look back. So just look here. We had one that we were trying to figure out what to do with to get through the winter. Now we've got a big colony here that we can put them in, or her and her colony in, and we'll just pray that everything works out well. It's kind of amazing that this morning here that it's mid-50s and they're as calm as they are, and being queenless. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start by getting rid of a few frames out of here. And now they're waking up. Look at them girls. They're waking up all mad at me. These girls waking up, now they're getting mad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray them down. So give them all something to do while they do their, hopefully become relatives, or at least real close friends. The main thing is trying to get that old queen pheromone out of here, which we believe it is in this amount of time. But this also gives them a little bit of a job to do, and be able to maybe get them doing their stuff a little bit without I'm going to move this one out here. We're going to leave the brood right smack in the middle, and when we pull the brood out of there, we're going to put it right with it. And then, hopefully you can see me here. See, it's just a little guy here. Again, I'm just going to pop them up. Out of here. And this one should have more resources in it than the old one, because they are been in here for just a little bit and we've been feeding them. But again, you're going to see real quick that this one is not huge, and we'll see if I can find her. We'll put this one in here. Lots of resources. This one's been a little hard to find, even when she's in here, because I see some day old stuff. So we'll look at this side one more time. And stick this one in here. So far, I don't hear anything too awful bad in here. These are hatching out a lot of good young. There she is, right there, if you can see her. So, just now that I know that she's in there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put her right here. This will be the majority of her brood. And shove all these over. Some of these frames we got to call out. They're probably older than I am. Especially this one. This one came out of a swarm trap that it was rotting and falling apart. So that's in there. eggs on this. I think I got some deer behind me. Curious. When I pulled in this morning, there was deer. So I think what we'll do is we'll just leave this out here because let's give them one more shot, because we're probably gonna need a nuke out here, and so I'll just leave it and the pool out here. I'm just gonna leave it sealed up. That way nothing too bad can get into it. And then that way, again, we'll have some equipment out here. This is a new yard that we're starting up. I think we're really gonna love it because one, another new friend, homeowner, landowner that is a very good Christian family, and it seems like that well, when we look around out here, there is poplar. I mean, you name it, but there is so much freaking poplar. We'll get a good poplar pull out of here. But there's also wild cherry. There is locust. There's sumac. You can see all the goldenrod around here. So there's quite a bit here. And I think it's going to be a good little yard. So she's in there. I don't like how that's sitting. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Must be me. So we are going to put the feeder back on. That way, let me make sure it's full. And they've been doing a good job with it, that's for sure. It looks like they drank already a quarter of a, whoops, do this over here. The glorious sides of beekeeping. Okay, so we did get them all introduced, and just wanted to again reiterate to new beekeepers that you're always going to make mistakes. This is a hobby or a sideline or a professional business that you're going to have to do a lot of problem solving in. And so we ask you not to get discouraged, and we're going to try to show you everything here on this channel that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so this is just something right here that was just unfortunate. The queen was either hurt, stunned, killed, whatever during the cutout removal, and so we just happened to have another colony that we were trying to figure out what to do for the winter with it because it was so daggum small. And so now, combining them together, hopefully this will be a good marry, and we'll be able to get them through the winter, and we'll just keep you updated on this particular one. So we'll just, maybe it'll be one of our best honey producers at the end of the season next year. So we'll keep you updated on it. And again, God bless you. Like and subscribe to our channel, and we thank you all for joining us. Let's get off to church.